enter into the page. Both of the ways he can enter into the page. Row select will fire first whenever the user one row from search result. Whenever the user picks one row from search result, row select will fire. First event. In the next general area, what is the next general area? Before page display. Am I right?
Yeah.
Before page display. Row select event. Observe carefully. Row select in the naming itself, it has a meaning like selecting a row. It will find only in these action modes. Update, display, all action. It won't fire in add. Why? It won't fire in add. Why? Why? Because selecting a row which is coming from database. Okay.
Yeah.
There is no meaning of firing in add, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Right. Well, the purpose of it is generally used to filter out rows of data. Okay, and don't worry much about this event. We are not using regularly nowadays. But I will give you some simple example here. We are using two functions. We are going to use two functions. Discard row and stop fetching. Discard row will stop the particular row to display, and stop fetching will stop a series of rows from the display. Here is the example they given here. In their database, they are having employees list like this 10203040. They are selecting 10020 employee. The employee information displaying like that. Employee ID, employee name Vivek Prasad, employee salary, department ID. Later, they return one simple code in the row event. If the particular they are not targeting about employee ID. They are targeting the department. Employee department name is equals to 1004. Then discard row. Then what will happen? In the next time, if they select the particular 20 employee, it's filtering the row. Just try to answer the question. The row is there in the database or not?
It is there.
Exactly what I'm looking at. I mean, just we are filtering in the display. That's it. We are not deleting. We are not forgetting. Just we are filtering. That's it. This is the purpose of the reflect, but don't worry much about this event.
Okay.
Next event, pre-build. Row select. How many places we can have a chance to see row select event? Records, components. How many places? Row select.
Record field and component record.
Yes. Pre-build.
Pre-build in component level.
Only in component.
Yeah.
Yes, only in the component level. Pre-build. In name itself, before building. What is build? They're just written one statement. It is often used to hide and unhide the pages and used to set the component variables. Before the rest of the component building, what is build? Build is nothing. Here you select one data. It should build a particular data to display in front of you. What is the employee? Based on the employee number, what is the name, gender, date, and how many dependents he has, how many institutions he has. It's building the data. Before participating in all these activities, pre-build is starting. Next, associated only with the components. Yes. Pre-build event also used to validate data, but please ignore this part. We are not going to validate any data before phase, right? And use to hide and unhide phases. Generally, we will use this concept. And an example also, again the same page came into the example. They have two pages, employee page and department page. As like as in our scenario, we have two pages, employee page and salary page. What is written in the pre-build? Try to observe a code. Try to observe a code. They are targeting the particular department page will be equal to false.
Yeah.
But what is the very first statement? What is ampersand user ID? What is percentile operator ID? What are those two? What is percentile operator ID? What is it?
And user ID means every employee will have an ID, right?
No. That you are absolutely right. But what is the ampersand user ID? What it denotes? What it indicates? It's a variable, right?
Yeah, it's
What type of variable it is? What type of variable it is?
string.
User-defined variable and percent user ID.
Okay.
What is percentile operator ID? System variable,
Okay.
right? System variable. What it will take, what it will capture? Percentile operator ID. What it will do? It will try to capture the information who is the user logged on. Okay, for better understanding, I am writing same code in our component pre-build. Let's say ampersand user ID equal to operator ID. Observe carefully, this is user-defined variable and this is a system-defined variable. Have you defined a type of variable here? No, right?
No.
Then how it will understood? On what basis it will understood? Like it's a number, it's a character, it's a date. On what basis it will understood? I'm not declaring anything. Generally the declaration part will be like this. Local string ampersand user ID. Like this. Okay, but I'm not declaring here. It will, just I'm validating my syntax here. I can validate my syntax. Variable ampersand user ID auto declare. What is auto declaration? Just a guess from your end.
Maybe it is automatically declared when you send a value.
Absolutely right. That means whatever value, in which format it is getting the value, based on that format, automatically it is declared. Is it clear? First statement here.
Yeah.
The next. What they are doing, based on user ID, they are just hiding the page. Let's say here also I am doing if ampersand user ID equal to PS, then let's say in our scenario salary page dot visible equal to false and if. We are done. Now, irrespective of employee, I am talking about the user ID. For all of the employees, it will be this, right?
Yeah.
Now you understood?
Yeah.
Now, in this way, we can write the code in people events. This is the sample code. Generally, before page display, if you would like to hide something, then we will put up a event. Next event, field default. What is this event? In the name itself, it's giving us a clear indication for us. What is this? Default in the value, right?
Yeah.
Default in the value. If I would like to default a date, let's say, already I defaulted, right?
Yeah.
Where I defaulted this date? How can I default the field value? I'm not talking about PP code. Where I defaulted it?
On the page.
Page. Record field properties. Here we default, right?
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
Now, we can default the values to people code also. How can I default it? The field default people code event enables you to programmatically set default values to the fields when they are initially displayed. That means this event will fire only in the add mode. That's it, very simple. Why? Because update mode or get data from the database, no need to default it, right?
Okay.
Is it clear? Are there any?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, they mentioned the same point. Field default code normally sets fields to default when a new data is being added to the component. That's it. We are doing the same. Using this event, we can default the value, but this condition should be true. This condition. The page field is still blank after applying any default specified in the record. Simple. I will give you one basic example. As of now, we are displaying the system date here at the time of adding in the value. Now, as per the requirement, in the field default of the joining date, I am writing a simple statement here. Joining date dot value equal to percentage date minus 1. That means yesterday's date should display, right?
Yeah.
Which date is displayed? Today's date. I will give you one more clarity here. Let's say I am removing percentage date from record field properties. Now try to observe the thing. Which date it is displaying? Yesterday's date, right?
Yeah.
Tell me your understanding, what you understood.
When if the field is blank, it's taking the code from the event. If the field already have a value, it's not overwriting.
Where it is having a value? On what basis you are saying it is having a value?
At record, I mean the field in record field properties we said, right?
Yes, that means one simple conclusion. If the value is already assigned for a field through record field properties, then your field default table code won't fire.
Okay.
This is observed, right?
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yeah. But we can change again this one, or it has to be like, if we can change this, right?
Here, I'm doing this bit again. Then what will happen? Again it will display the record field properties, right? That means in the people code, record field properties, which is primary? Which is memory?
The record level values.
Record field default.
Yeah.
Record field level default is now. That's what they clearly mentioned here. The page will be still blank after applying any default record field property. That's it. The entire explanation, what we discussed, is related to this statement. Now you are clear about field default?
Yeah.
Why? Because it is very important. Sometimes our clients may ask, I would like to apply this default to my field. Then fine, we can apply, but if there is any value already assigned in the field properties, then how do you apply your value? It is not possible. Okay?
Yeah. I mean, like when we write the people code like -1, it is taking yesterday's date, right? But again, we want to change it today. It will take, right?
If you would like to change it, you can change it now. -2 also. But when it will fire, whenever this field is empty in the record field property. Got it?
Yeah.
This should be empty. Then only that will take. Like this. Is it clear now?
Yeah. Now here I am telling you can change that to 27, right?
Absolutely. It's just a default. It's just a default, not display only.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
This is the concept of defaulting. Here, what is the purpose of default? The entry becomes easy, contains meaningful values in the field rather than just leaving field blank. Okay? Restriction. Yes, restriction is there. Please avoid writing errors and warnings in this event. Why? Why? Because no need. Right? We are not doing any validation here, right?
Yeah.
If you are doing any validation, if you are performing any validation, then only we need errors and warnings. Here we are not doing any validation. Then why should we write errors and warnings? Please avoid that. Here they are defaulting the salary. In an example, next field formula, we can skip this event. Why? Because they are just explaining the same. The field formula event is a vestige of much earlier versions of Peoplesoft and is not used in the recent applications. And why? Because it is not behaving as per expectations. We can skip this event. We are still using this event to store some of the functions. Later we will discuss on that whenever we are dealing the functions. Not now. Next event, row init. Row initiation. Row initiation. We are initiating a row. Row init event fires for the first time. The component processor encounters a row of data. Simple. Whenever the component processor encounters a raw data, we can fire the row init. Row init will fire automatically. It's used for setting the initial state of component controls. Row init is not field specific. Yes, row. It's not a field. It's a combination. It's initiating a row. And the purpose of row init is to complete initiation of data on the row after it has been read from the database. Simple, I can give you an example, and they are giving one restriction, error and warning. Please don't encourage errors and warnings in this event. Here also we are not doing any validation. We are initiating the event. We are initiating a row here. As of now, we had 6 employees. Whenever I am adding a new employee, I am giving. You are asking me, Venkat, why are you giving manually? I would like to see the increment number here. Number 7 automatically. Got my point?
Yeah.
But how can I know what is the last employee stored in the database? That is the main logic of this. That is the right?
Yeah.
Then how can I know? Let's say if I'm querying this table, select star from PS